Hello my lovelies, it's Addie here. Welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a makeup haul, full face, first impressions, makeup tutorial type of video. It's a jam-packed video today because I'm super excited to show you guys all of the stuff I got from BH Cosmetics. BH Cosmetics is not something that's sold here in the Philippines, so I had to have it shipped all the way from the US. So special shout out to my friend Stephen. Thank you so much. Without you, I would not have my BH Cosmetics right now. Before we get into the video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and to click that notification bell so you can become one of my lovelies. So if you would like to check out all the stuff I got from BH Cosmetics and of course a makeup tutorial on this look right here, just keep on watching. The first thing I got is this Carli Bybel palette. It is a 21 color eyeshadow and highlighter palette. This is actually the reason I even went to BH Cosmetics. I am such a fan of Carli Bybel. I watch all of her videos, and when she came out with a palette, I just wanted to get one for myself, but I never got around to doing it until she told me that this was the last restock of this palette, so I had no choice but to order it then and there. Carli Bybel's Deluxe Palette actually retails for $22, but I got it on sale for $14. After I added this to my cart, I got lost in the sales section and then I just kept adding and adding stuff to my cart. So that's how I ended up buying so much. And that's why I'm doing a haul video for you guys. Next up, I got the BH lip set in Passionate Pink. They created a bundle with their different types of lipstick. This one right here is the BH Liquid Lipstick, long wearing matte lipstick in the shade Princess. This one is the Luxe Lacquer Vivid Color Lipstick in the shade Champagne Cherry. This one is the BH Liquid Lipstick Long Wearing Matte Lipstick in Tabitha. This one is the BH Metallic Liquid Lipstick Long Wearing Matte Lipstick in the shade Agatha. This last one is the Color Lock Long Lasting Matte Lipstick in the shade Charming. These are the lipsticks swatched. So this is Princess, Champagne Cherry, Tabitha, Agatha, and Charming. This Passionate Pink's lip set costs $14.99. I think that's not so bad considering I get 5 shades, but I'm a bit worried about Luxe Lacquer. It's cracking inside. There's a lot of empty space. I don't know if that makes it worth it. Metal Liquid Lipstick swatched on me really watery. I don't know if that's something liquid lipsticks are supposed to be. I shook it before swatching, so I don't understand why it was watery. Right now, I am wearing Princess on my lips. Next up, I got this Total Coverage Concealer. This is the BH Studio Pro Total Coverage Concealer. It has 13 grams of product. I also got this one on sale for $3.89. I also got the BH Liquid Foundation Naturally Flawless in the shade Ivory Beige. I actually really like the package. It's very minimalist and it doesn't look or feel cheap. This liquid foundation was on sale for $5.84, so I think that's pretty cheap. I also got the BH Studio Pro Matte Finish Pressed Powder. I am in the shade number 215. There's a mirror and of course the powder, and there's also a space for your sponge. This sponge is actually really soft. This pressed powder was on sale for $5.19. I also got this Illuminate by Ashley Tisdale Cream Cheap and Lip Tint. This is in the shade Cocoa. I was actually pleasantly surprised with this. I didn't think I'd actually like this shade. So I got this one on sale for $2.50. The last thing I got is this Shade and Define Duo Brow Pencil in the shade Brunette. On one side, you have a very skinny eyebrow pencil, and on the other side, you have a thicker triangle one. That's it for all the stuff I got from BH Cosmetics. Now I'm going to be showing you guys how to use all of those products to create this makeup look right here. Let's start it off with primer. This is the LA Girl Pro Prep HD High Definition Smoothing Face Primer. This is actually my current favorite face primer. I wasn't able to get primer from BH Cosmetics, so let's just go with this one. For foundation, I'm going to be using this BH Liquid Foundation in Naturally Flawless. I've actually never tried BH foundation before, so I'm super excited for this one. I'm going to be doing one pump. Nothing's coming out. So that's how it looks like. It actually doesn't smell like anything, which I think is a really good thing because I don't like those chemical smelling things. I'm going to be using my favorite foundation brush to apply this all over my face. I have one layer of foundation on the right side of my face. This foundation feels great on the skin and it really evened out my skin tone and it even offset some of the redness that I have all over my face, so I think that's great as well. This is actually medium coverage, which is something I expected to get from a naturally flawless type of foundation, so I'm actually really liking it. It has a very natural finish, which I think is great. It's not too matte and it's not too dewy, so I think it's the perfect balance, and it doesn't feel heavy at all, which is something I really look for in foundation. I have one layer of foundation on my face, so now I'm gonna see if it's actually a buildable foundation. I added a second layer to the right side of my face, and I have to say this is actually a very buildable foundation and it doesn't look cakey or anything, which I think is great. So you can keep piling on more layers based on how much coverage you actually want. It still has that natural finish, which I think is great. Overall, I'm really liking this foundation. It's definitely something I'd go for a more everyday makeup look. Now on to concealer. This is the BH Studio Pro Total Coverage Concealer. I'm in the shade number 100. This is how the applicator looks like. It's actually something I've never tried before, so let's see. That's a lot. I put too much concealer on my face. I wanted to use the concealer to highlight the high points of my face. I basically concealed my entire face. Don't do that. Don't worry about it. We can fix this up later when we put bronzer. I'm not such a fan of this concealer. The coverage is just not enough for me, and it just emphasizes my pores so much. Like, if you guys look closely, I can see all of my pores, my dry skin. It emphasized it, which really sucks. I wish it didn't. I wish I just stuck to the foundation and then that's it, but I had to try out this concealer and that's what happened. The texture of my skin and my pores are more emphasized now that I put concealer. I really regret putting too much, but you know what, let's just go with it. Let's see what else is gonna happen with all the other products. I do really like this applicator. It just felt so good under my eyes. Like, it felt like I was putting a roller ball under my eyes, which was really great, and I think it's also good for the under eye. It doesn't pull or tug on the under eye, which is also a good thing. Now we're going to be trying the BH Studio Pro Matte Finish Pressed Powder. I went for a pressed powder and not a loose powder because I generally use pressed powder more than loose powder unless I plan on baking. Now I'm going to be taking this loose powder brush to set the rest of my face. I am really loving this powder. It set my face beautifully and it even blurred out the texture that the concealer emphasized. So I think that's such a great thing because I was so worried about it, but now it actually looks better. And it also added a bit of color to my face. It also feels really light and smooth on the skin. It's just a very comfortable powder, which is something I look for in everyday makeup products. Moving on to brows, this is the BH Studio Pro Shade and Define Duo Brow Pencil. So I am in the shade Brunette. So I'm gonna start with the smaller, more defined one to shape out my brow. I am loving this duo brow pencil. I actually wish I ordered so much more of it because it just performs so well. It goes on really smoothly, and I love that it has the bigger one and the smaller one. It just made things so much easier. The formula is really great too because it goes on really well and put together, but it's not super waxy. Most of the eyebrow pencils I've tried, they're very, very waxy. It makes it harder to cover up, especially my scars on this eyebrow, but this one glides on like a powder, but it's so much more pigmented. Even the shade of it matches my hair perfectly, so I super duper love it. I can't wait to use this so much more, and I want to buy more already, and this is just my first time trying it out. Now we're gonna move on to the eyes. I'm gonna be using my Carli Bybel palette. I really don't want to use it, but I want to try it as well. I just, you know, I don't want to mess it up. I am so excited for this. I've waited for this for about a month. Now it's finally here, and now I can use it. This is how the palette looks like inside. It's actually such a beautiful palette, and I'm so excited to use it. I actually see Carli use this palette a lot, so I'm so happy I have it in my hands right now. It's actually everything I thought it would be. It's so surreal holding it in my hands right now. So let's do an eye look. I love that there's a big mirror in here. Right here we have 7 matte shades and 8 metallic shades. And over here, they're just all metallic and highlight shades. I'm gonna start it off with this cream color right here. I'm just going to set my eye. There's actually a lot of kickback, so just be careful with that. And I'm gonna use this color right here as the transition color. I'll just add this to my crease. Now I'm gonna try out this light brown matte shade. Now I'm gonna go for the darkest brown right here. Now I'm gonna be putting this metallic pink on my lid. This is how the eyeshadow looks applied dry, so now I'm gonna try applying it wet. Get my MAC Fix Plus, spray it. I applied the eyeshadow dry on my right eye, and I applied it wet on my left eye. I actually like the wet version so much more, so I think I'm gonna do the same to the right eye. I'm really loving this eyeshadow on my lid. I thought it would just be hot pink, but it actually has flecks of gold in it, which is such a beautiful mix. So it's pink and gold metallic, so I think it looks really pretty. Now I'm gonna be adding this creamy matte shade to define my brows. Now I'm gonna be using this color right here to highlight. Now I'm going to be taking this dark brown shade on my under eyes. I'm also going to be adding this metallic brown to the bottom of my lashes. That's it for the eyes. I made a brown smoky eye with metallic pink and gold on the lid. I actually really like how this look turned out. I really like this palette. I love the combination of colors, and I love that it's a mix of matte and metallic shades. My only problem with it is there's a lot of kickback, especially with the matte shades, so just be careful with that. But other than that, I love everything about it. I love the color selection. I love the feel of the shadows on my eyes. It's also very pigmented, even though there's a fallback. It blends out really easily. I had no problems at all. So this is definitely something I'm gonna be reaching for over and over again. I didn't get any mascara or bronzer, so I'm just gonna be doing that off camera. For mascara, I used my Voluminous Million Lashes Mascara. For bronzer, I used my Everbilena Advanced Blush Duo in Rosy Chic. Now I'm gonna be adding blush. I'm gonna be using the Illuminate by Ashley Tisdale Cream Cheek and Lip Tint. Let's add this to my cheek. I really like this cheek and lip tint. It starts out very creamy, but once you apply it to your face, it dries down to a matte finish, which I think is great because it's basically a cream that turns into a powder. It also blends out really easily, so this is definitely something I'm gonna go for again. Now I'm gonna be highlighting my face with this shade right here. It's a nice rose gold highlight. Look at that glow. I didn't even apply it wet or anything. Actually, I'm gonna try that. It's so much more intense when you apply it wet, but I'm actually liking how both sides look. Now it's time for a lipstick. I have so many choices. Since my eyes are already very pink, I'm gonna be going for a more neutral lip color. This one is the Color Lock Long Lasting Matte Lipstick in the shade Charming. I actually really like the packaging. It's very girly. So this is how the lipstick looks like. It's a very nudish pink type of color. So I think it would look great with this look. I don't like the shade of lipstick with today's look, so I'm gonna be changing it out. But I'm loving the formula. I think it's a great matte lipstick. It's very pigmented. It's so comfortable. It does emphasize the texture of my lips though. Now I'm gonna be trying out the BH Liquid Lipstick Long Wearing Matte Lipstick in the shade Tabitha. Hopefully this one matches the look. This lip color is so much better than the first one, but I think it's still too pink. I'm gonna try to tone this down with the cream cheek and lip tint. So let's see if this works out. If not, I'm just gonna erase it again. I think it's working. It's making it less neon pink. Now I'm gonna be setting my face with the MAC Fix Plus. This is the finished look. This is my full face using BH Cosmetics. Overall, I'm really liking all of the products that I got. There's just a few that I wouldn't ever use again, like the concealer. I don't think I'm gonna reach for that again because it really just emphasized the texture of my skin, and it's not something I want emphasized on my face. Also, some of the lipsticks, I think the shades are just not for me, but the formula itself, I think it's pretty good, especially for the price. These are my favorite products from this haul. I love the Duo Brow Pencil. It's just such a great product. It's so easy to apply and it just looks so great, and I will definitely use this one so much more. I also like the Illuminate by Ashley Tisdale Cream Cheek and Lip Tint. I just loved it so much on my cheeks. It has such a natural flush to it, and also when I topped it off on my lips, it also gave it such a great color. So this is something I'll definitely use, especially for everyday use. And of course, this one is my favorite of all favorites. This is the Carli Bybel palette. This is such a great palette. There's so many things you can do with this, so many different looks, and it's also great that it's both a highlighter and an eyeshadow palette. So that's also something I love about it, that I just have this one palette but I can do so much with my face. My only problem with this is the fallout. The pigmentation on this is great. I love the color selection and it's so easy to blend out. So that's why this is my favorite one of all. I also really love the packaging. Not that packaging matters with performance of product. On the outside, it looks like a luxurious pillow. On the inside, it's just marbled out all the way and it just looks so luxurious. You'd never think I paid $14 for this. Overall, I really like the products I got from BH Cosmetics. I think that there were hits and there were misses, but there were of course more hits. I liked most of the products, which is great, and of course, the price point is very affordable, so that's also one of the reasons why I went for BH Cosmetics. Weighing the price of the products versus the quality, I think you get so much more for your money because they're good quality products at low prices. And that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Mwah!